Hello, everyone, and welcome to the second public forum and the third live RCTV broadcast. I'm Jackson McCann, and I'm here with my producer, Nate Bortnick.
We're not streaming.
And we're here to interview the second principal candidate, Sam Pauls. Sam is from St. George, Kansas, and is currently the intern principal for RCHS. Prior to that, Sam was the assistant principal and athletics director at Rock Creek Middle School. Sam earned his bachelor's degree in physical education and coaching, as well as secondary education. He also earned a master's degree in educational leadership from Fort Hays State University.
Okay, now let him know he's got to go. He can go.
All right. Well, we'll go ahead and get things started. Do appreciate all of those both in attendance and those watching from afar via the YouTube network. Appreciate your attendance and tuning in to us. Want to give a shout out to the journalism team for getting that all set up and getting us ready for our second candidate, Sam Pauls. With that, I'll turn it over to Sam and Christy.
Thanks.
These questions were put together by the Board of Education and our PTO. Our first question for you is to describe your experiences as an instructional leader and what that might look like in a 4A high school.
Yeah, so the last 2 years I've got the experience of beginning my instructional leadership career at the middle school as an assistant principal. I've been able to evaluate a handful of teachers each year, spend time in their classrooms, and then give consistent and timely feedback. And so just as I continue to grow, spend lots of times in the classroom, building those relationships with teachers and learning just about their program, the strengths, whatever they need from me from support, and then whatever resources we can use to better their class. As we continue to grow, we'll continue to look for new opportunities for our kids to add to the curriculum, add to our offerings, and things of those nature.
How would you ensure and measure accountability of staff and faculty in our district?
Yeah, so with that, just being very consistent. I don't know what's going on in the classrooms if I'm not there. I don't know what's going on with our classified staff if I'm not associating with them and getting to know them. So just being present, asking questions, being consistent with whatever feedback I give them, and then following through with it. A lot of times it's easy to say I'm going to do something and then not follow through. Also have the tough conversations when it warrants it, and that's never comfortable for people, but it's necessary at times. So just doing what I can to support our people and also have high expectations. We expect lots from our students, and so both teachers, staff, and administration as well, we should have those same high expectations.
How would you approach building strong relationships with students, parents, staff, and the broader community to ensure a collaborative and supportive school environment?
Yeah, initially you have to work on the relationships, whether that's community members or people in our school. And so investing that time in our people. Luckily, I've had a lot of these kids when they're in middle school, so that foundation has started, but then continue to build on it and just be available, be transparent, be open. It's important for me to be at events, out in the community, and be able to receive feedback from people. I think that I'm approachable, and so I welcome that feedback, and then just consistent communication with them, whether that's a weekly newsletter or however we determine the best way to reach our community, but just give them that consistent feedback.
What specific strategies would you use to ensure consistent, transparent communication with parents throughout the school year?
Yeah, so to kind of piggyback on the last answer, just making sure that whatever method of communication we use, that we're consistent with it. Parents want to know what's going on in their kids' lives, and a lot of times kids aren't going to go home and volunteer what they did at school today. So just make sure they're aware of the opportunities that are happening at school, share positive experiences, things that we need to work on and grow in, but just having those candid conversations with them and know that I need to be approachable too and receive the feedback from them. So just doing my part and making sure that communication is consistent and timely.
What strategies would you use to address challenges unique to small, rural schools, such as limited resources, staffing, or access to extracurricular opportunities, while maintaining high educational standards?
Yeah, so obviously the state of education is always changing, and there's only so much that we can do to control that. And so just aligning whatever our goals are with our resources and making sure that we're spending our money appropriately and it aligns with our goals. I talked earlier today about some of the best professional development we did at the middle school is when teachers go and observe other teachers in their classroom, and that's professional development that's at school, that's free, and it allows our teachers to grow. And so, just being creative and thinking of new ways to be smart with our resources, also with Kansas State in our backyard. There's great resources there. It attracts people to the area, and so being able to take advantage of having K-State right there is a great resource for us as well, and allows us to not sacrifice the great things that we can do because we can tap into those resources as well.
How would you advocate for our high school students, staff, and families when working with the superintendent, school board, and the legislature, particularly when it comes to securing our resources, supporting academic programs, and addressing our school's specific needs?
I think feedback from our key stakeholders, community, students, and parents, and our teachers is the first thing that I can do, is just being able to understand the needs that we have, understand what our teachers want to be able to do in the classroom, and then take that to both you and Mr. Splekel and our school board, and advocate on behalf of our teachers. And then, of course, just being in the loop of what's going on in Topeka and Washington, and having an understanding of that, and advocating however I can to help support our programs here is one thing I'll do.
Sam, those are all the questions that we have for you. Thank you very much for spending the day with us. We appreciate having you here.
Thank you.
And just a reminder to those in the audience, if you will sign the sign-in sheet by the door on your way out, that lets us know who is in attendance today. Thanks for coming.
Don't mute yourself today. And moving up.
Thanks.
You ready? Right. Number 3. All right. Ready? Just improv this outro. 3, 2, 1. Jackson, you're live.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to the third live RCTV broadcast. Go check out our other things such as the Hoof Print or the Mustang Rewind on Spotify. We thank you for tuning in. Here are our links down below, and some dates to the future live streams will appear right here. And just again, thank you to everyone for watching. It's a big deal.